Hi everybody, this is Jim from FullForesome, and we just released a new feature today, which is a pretty big addition to the service called Proposals. So to this point, everything you've been able to do on FullForesome has to do with tee times you've already set. So you've been able to invite people to join your tee times. But we didn't have anything in the system that allowed you to try to find out when your friends are available to play. So that's what Proposals do. So you'll find that option when you log into the system. Here is your first option, propose a tee time. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out when our friends are available to play this weekend. And we're just going to assume that we want to play one round of golf this weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday. It just depends on when our friends are available. So I'll click on propose a tee time. And I'm going to choose Saturday as one of the days I might be able to play. And on Saturday, I can tee off any time in between, let's say, 6 in the morning and 10 in the morning. And then, if that doesn't work out, I'd like to play on Sunday. And the system automatically defaults to the next day, so this is set to Sunday the 21st. But let's say that on Sunday, I'm only available to play in the afternoon. So I'll say I can tee off anywhere in between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. The next thing I need to do is determine which courses I feel like playing. And in this example, we'll just assume that we're interested in playing at Creekmore, Falcon Ridge, or the Golf Club of Kansas. And our next step is to choose who we want to send this message out to. So, you might just want to send this to a couple of people so that you don't get more than 3 responses, because you don't want to get 5 or 6 responses and have to tell 2 or 3 guys that you've already booked your tee time up. But you certainly can do that. I'll go ahead and I'm going to choose all of my friends that I've got in the system. So I chose 5 people. Now, if I've got friends that aren't using FullForesome yet that I want to invite, or at least try to figure out when they're available, I can type their email addresses in this box down here, and they'll also get a request to find out when they're available. So I'll click on Next Step, and if I want, I can add a message in. So in this case, I might type in, something like, the weather might be nice, and click Finish, and I'm done. So now my friends have received this inquiry, and I'm going to wait to hear back from them. Just like everything else in FullForesome, they'll have their accounts set up, so they're going to be notified of this by either email or through a text message. And what we'll do now is we'll kind of show you what this looks like on the recipient's end. Okay, so now we're logged in as one of the friends that has received this proposal. And I'm going to show you what it looks like to respond to this proposal. So I can see in this new section called Proposals Received that my friend, his name is test user number 1, has asked me to play on Saturday or Sunday. So if I click on this, I'll be able to see that his availability is Saturday, November 20th, and he can tee off anytime from 6 to 10, or on Sunday, the 21st, he can tee off anytime from 1 in the afternoon till 3 in the afternoon. I'll go ahead and indicate that I am able to play on Saturday, but I'm only able to tee off in between, let's say, 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Other than that, I've got things to do afterwards. And maybe I'm not in the mood to play one or more of these courses, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm not in the mood to play at Falcon Ridge, but I'll play at either the Golf Club of Kansas or at Creekmore. Now, before I save changes, I can also, over here on the right-hand side of the screen, I can see who else my friend has asked to golf, kind of like the RSVP list you're used to in other areas of the system. No one has responded yet to this, obviously, but I can at least see who else has been invited to play. So maybe I want to play with these guys, maybe I don't. But I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes. And now we'll go back and we'll see what this all looks like on the end of the person who originally sent this proposal out. Okay, here we are. We're logged back in as the user who originally sent out this proposal to his friends. And I've actually logged in and responded from a few other friends, so we can see what this looks like after a few people have responded. But I can see the proposals show up over here, and this is my request to play with some friends on Saturday or Sunday. And when I click on this, I see that all of my proposals have been captured on the left, and they're separated by course, and they're prioritized by the most popular responses from friends. So I can quickly see by looking at the numbers over here on the right hand side of the box that there were 3 of my friends that were able to play at Creekmore on Saturday, November 20th. There was only 1 person who could play at Creekmore on Sunday, only 1 person could play on Saturday at the Golf Club of Kansas, and only 1 person could play on Sunday at Golf Club of Kansas, and 1 person could play on Saturday at Falcon Ridge, and no one could play with me on Sunday at Falcon Ridge. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Saturday here underneath Creekmore, and I'll be able to see which of my friends were able to play and exactly when they're able to play. So I can see this is my availability here. I can tee off anywhere from 6 until 10. My good friend named Test User 3, he can tee off anywhere between 6 and 10. My friend Test User 5 can tee off anywhere in between 6 and 8:30, and my friend Test User 2 can tee off anytime in between 8 and 9. My friend Test User 4 is not available to play at this time, and my friend Test User 9 didn't even bother to respond. So one of the neat things I can do, and again, I certainly might have more than 3 friends that respond to me, but I'll go ahead and I'm going to click the friends that I want to play with. And as I click these friends, over on the right-hand side of the page, the tee times that fit our mutual availability are going to be displayed. So when I click, for example, since I selected one of my friends who's available at the same time I am, I'm being suggested to get a tee time at Creekmore anytime in between 6 and 10. But when I select this friend who's only available from 6 until 8:30, now over on the right the system automatically tells me that I need to try to get a tee time in between 6 and 8:30. And if I were to select this last user, the system would further tell me that to satisfy the needs of all of these friends, I need to try to get a tee time in between 8 and 8:30. So for practical purposes, or at least for the purposes of this explanation, I'm going to actually uncheck one of my friends so that I leave room for one more friend. So if I want now, I can click on Reserve this tee time. And again, what I need to do is I need to contact, and the system's telling me exactly what to do, I need to contact Creekmore Golf Club, and I need to try to get a tee time on November 20th, anytime in between 6 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. And the course's contact information is right here, so if I want to call the course, I can get a tee time using this phone number, or if I know that I can make tee times on their website, I can click on their web address located right here. So after I've made that phone call or I've gone out to their website to make a tee time, remember I still have 1 spot left open in this tee time, so I'm going to go ahead and in step 2 I'm going to click Post My Tee Time. And this takes us right to the same posting a tee time feature that you've used in FullForesome ever since we launched back in August. So the system already knows that I have a tee time at Creekmore. It knows that this is on the 20th of November, and I just need to identify what time that tee time was. And I'm going to indicate that I got the 6:30 tee time. And remember, I have 1 spot left available, so I want to go into the next step, and it already knows the 2 friends who responded on my proposal who I'm playing with. I want to go to step 3 so I can actually create an invitation wave. And now I can create or invite anybody else to join me. So that's how that all works. I'm going to actually cancel out of this. The only thing that we've done in this version that I want to mention to you is we've changed the way that you can limit your friends from inviting you to golf courses that you don't have on your list of preferred courses. So in the past, the assumption was if you didn't have a course listed in your list of favorite courses, which would be right here on the left-hand side of the page, your friends couldn't invite you to golf at those courses that don't show up here. Now we've added this checkbox So if you want to leave that restriction enabled, you can go ahead and check this box. Or if you leave it unchecked, friends of yours will be able to invite you to golf at any course they want to. So I hope you guys like the new proposals feature. It's something that's been on our drawing board ever since we launched, and we're pretty excited to release it. The only other thing I'll mention, as you can see on the first page of our website, is we have an iPhone app coming out, and that will be out in January. So we're excited about that as well. So happy golfing, and take care.